Well, for those of you who have been waiting with bated breath for my 12 questions about John Cena video, well, here you go. And here you go, Schlag Daddy. Here's your response to your video here, brother. So why don't I just get started with question number 1. Am I currently a John Cena fan? What do you think? But seriously, no, I'm not. Just basically because he doesn't put anybody over. He's been wedged in the same spot for the last 10 years. He's had a longer reign on top of the WWE, even longer than Hulk Hogan. So, to answer the first question, I would have to say no. Number 2, have I ever been a John Cena fan? Yes, I have, actually. You'd have to go back about 10, 11 years back to his Thugonomics gimmick, but back in those days, that was... He was probably one of my favorites back then, because I loved that Thugonomics gimmick, and him coming up with all those rhymes and battle raps and whatnot, So to answer the second question, it's like, yes, I have been a John Cena fan before, believe it or not. Oh, excuse me. What do I like about John Cena for question number 3? This is more about John Cena the man, I think. He does do a lot of charity work, especially like with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I know he's heavily involved with the Susan G. Komen Foundation, so I like that he does all that stuff, but it just makes you wonder if WWE just has him do that stuff, or if he's just doing it on his own. It could be a little bit of both. Okay, question number 4, what do I dislike about Cena? There's a couple things that I kind of talked about in question number 1. How he never puts anybody over. The last time he actually put somebody over clean was you'd probably have to go back to WrestleMania 28 with The Rock. I know he lost to Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam last year, but he had kind of a built-in excuse with his arm injury. So I think that's just one thing I don't like about him. And another thing that I've already mentioned, that the fact that he never puts anybody over. He's been wedged into the same spot for the last 10 years. I mean, the guy's 37 years old, and WWE is still hitching their gravy train to him, and it's like, how long can they continue to do that? Okay, number 5, why does the internet hate John Cena? Number 1, maybe because he's not a spot monkey like some of the guys on the independent scene, or even in ROH, or guys that have come from there, like for example, like Seth Rollins and Cesaro and Daniel Bryan and people like CM Punk, people like that. I think that's a lot of it there, and the fact that he's been pushed up your ass and down your throat for the last 10 years as the top guy in the company, and I think that's another good reason why the internet hates John Cena. Kind of goes into question number 6. Does Cena deserve the hate that he gets? In a lot of ways, yes, he does, but in a lot of ways, no. I think he gets a lot of it just because for facts that I've already mentioned, but in a way, I think he gets unfairly judged on that kind of stuff. But okay, question number 7: can Cena actually wrestle? Outside of the 5 moves of doom, yes, he can actually. I mean, contrary to popular belief, he actually can wrestle. Every so often he will pull a move out of his ass, and like I've seen him actually do drop kicks before. I mean, he'll pull that out once in a while, or he's even pulled out hurricanranas or Frankensteiners or whatever. But so to answer question number 7, he actually can wrestle when he wants to, and when he's in there with an opponent that's actually better than he is, like on a technical scale. Number 8, does Cena bury or elevate new young talent? It'd probably be a better question to ask people like Bray Wyatt, or somebody like a Damian Sandow, or a Ryback, or Wade Barrett, or somebody like that. I mean, if he actually put one of these people over once in a while, instead of having the WWE feed people to him, he might elevate them more, but as it is, he's buried a lot more people than he's elevated. I mean, you look at Damian Sandow now, he's jobbing to everybody under the sun. Ryback has never been the same. Wade Barrett, he's on his fourth reign as IC champion, and he's still not any more relevant than he was when he came in with the Nexus in 2010. So I think he buries more people than he elevates. He's got that golden shovel. He probably got it from Triple H or something, but... Okay. And then number 9. How can WWE get more fans to cheer for Cena? Well, how about making it more relatable to the rest of the viewing audience? I mean, I know we're in the PG era and all, and they're trying to market their product to kids and that kind of thing, but how about making it more relatable to the more adult audience? I mean, I've been a wrestling fan for over 30 some years, and it's like I would like him to be more relatable, just because he never seems to lose, and when he does, there's always some kind of a built-in excuse. So how about, instead of him being the obstacle, how about having him making him overcome obstacles? That would really help too. And okay, question number 10. Is Cena really that important to WWE? Yeah, I think he is, kind of, because he's probably their number one ambassador. I mean, they always call for him to do like all the charity work and that kind of thing. So if you would have asked me this about 2-3 years ago, he would have been more important than he is now, in my opinion. And question number 11. What would happen to WWE if Cena retired tomorrow? Oh, boy. if he were to come down with an injury kind of like similar to what retired Edge or somebody like that, I think Vince McMahon would go into full panic mode. I really do. Because he would be scrambling to make that new top guy, and that's something he hasn't been able to do in the last 10 years. It's the lack of new top stars, especially on the babyface side. So I think McMahon and them would go into full panic mode if he were to retire tomorrow. And finally, number 12. Would I be okay with Cena winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank? I probably wouldn't have a problem with it, just as long as when Brock Lesnar comes back, maybe get that rematch from Extreme Rules back in 2012, and having Cena drop the title to Brock Lesnar at that time, then I probably wouldn't have a problem with it. Otherwise, why the hell would they do something like that? But anyway, this is Marvelous Mark signing off for now, and I would like to get your thoughts on my video as well, and I will talk to you all later.